All right, so we elected Mamdani a bit ago, a couple weeks ago, right? And he's a socialist. That's the direction maybe the country's going to start heading. That's the way young people, young conservatives and young liberals, I think it's like 60% or something, or is it 40? I don't know the numbers, but there are more young people turning towards socialism, and we have to understand why. I've seen people just getting all angry, but you got to understand why things are expensive. We've got really bad inflation. The young people's dream to have a home and start a family, it's dying, and that's what's bringing the socialism to light. That's what's raising it up, right? I really think that whole COVID thing wasn't a biological warfare; it was economic warfare, and we allowed it to let us, we shut everything down. We did exactly what they wanted, and we printed more money. We diluted the heck out of the US dollar. We stopped everything in our system for it, and it's I think it was really economic warfare. Look at everything that's happened since. And it's something we need to cut the pork, stop spending. And everyone, I thought Trump was actually going to cut things. That's why Elon Musk got so mad, because he knew those same billionaires, all the same people are behind Biden and all the previous presidents, all the way back to anyone after JFK, right? They're the same people that are behind all of them are behind Trump too, in my opinion. Yeah, they're there too. So, but let's listen to this guy over in New York. This is interesting. I mean, I had heard it before, but um, yeah. So
We're done hiding. We're done. We're done being tortured and hurt and judged. This is the correct religion. This is the religion that all of humanity needs to be upon, of Islam. And we will not stop until it enters every home. So I want you to repeat after me. I want to hear it in every single district. It should tremble. Brooklyn should hear it. The Bronx should hear it. Queens should hear it. Say it as if the Ummah depends on this, my brothers and sisters.
all right, well, we can stop there. Yeah, it's your right in America to say like every single person should join Islam, should join the religion. My issue is that certain people out there, if the Christians had said something like this, would be, I don't know, practically rioting in the streets now. It's the way people's minds have been trained. But I think because Islam is considered a marginalized group, or it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It seems like people, at least on the left, I mean, I'm predicting maybe 10-20% in the next 10 years will join Islam. But I don't think it's in the sense he's thinking there. I mean, look what we've done to Christianity in this country. We have different sects of Christianity and stuff. We're Pentecostal, what they speak in tongues, versus we've got some that don't eat meat certain days of the week. We've got, the Bible's there, but they're very different. Some of the different, I guess you call them tribes or sects and stuff, they don't really, they don't all get along. Some of them dislike each other. The difference between the Catholic Church and other Christian sectors, and can be quite significant. And I think that's something we will see with Islam here. And I don't think most of the Arab Muslims are going to take kindly to white America progressing Islam. Having, these having debates maybe about the Prophet Muhammad and maybe his sexuality, questioning things like that, where many of the Arab Muslims are, if they come from over in the Eastern societies over there, are not, they're very conservative. They're actually very conservative people when it comes to just fundamentals. And I think there's going to be a huge clash there. I think it's the opposite. There's people out there that think, oh, Islam's invading, it's the most evil thing. And if I was reading a little bit, it's Baruch, it's the second chapter of the Quran, and I'm very ignorant of this. I just read a very small amount, so I don't want to say like I'm anything close to even like a novice about it. But the second chapter, it's called The Cow, and it has some very strict rules for women in there. And some of the clerics say, well, that was the times back then. It's about women, supporting the man's job and stuff like that. But it's in there. And it's, if you take the interpretations literal, they're very, just derogatory and domineering towards women. That's just how it is. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But I don't think this man realizes what every person joining Islam in this country actually means to what would happen to Islam. That's my thing. But let's see here. And then this guy, like this white dude, we have enough of this guy. Why are there so many of this guy out there, man?
I'm here in New York, about to illegally vote for Zohran Mamdani 6 times. Yeah. 6.
I don't know. That guy, like, maybe he did. I know in California out there, from everything I've read, you could almost use your neighbor's power bill because you're able to use a utility bill to vote with. So if you took a couple utility bills and they don't vote, essentially, could you vote that way? I mean, that's the way it was wrote, everything. And I don't know the voting rules in New York specifically. I didn't see anything like that, but I don't know. Maybe it was just rage bait. What was that, right? But that guy, yeah, that's the guy. And then here's a conservative black guy, right? Let's see what he has to say.
Right now, you are going to be able to witness one of the greatest cities in American history, known as New York City, go down the drain by a socialist communist named Zohran Mamdani.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't it's crazy out there. There's just so much negativity, and I've been a part of it. I don't want to lash out anymore or get so just angry so easily, but other people, like I'm the one that screwed my life up. I did. I understand that. But a lot of people out there, they have their loved one, they have their child next to them, they have their wife, their girlfriend, they have big groups of friends, and they get as angry as I do, or angrier. I tend to be a little too detailed on going off, but it's just the politics out there are mean now. They're manipulative, and every single thing that's wrote out there now doesn't seem to be written to inform. It's written or made to upset you, to enrage you, and to turn you against other poor people, get you upset at MAGA or some poor trans person, or all of this. Anyone out there can say they're a MAGA member. Anyone out there can say they're transgender. They just can. So it's just, yeah, it stinks to see. It really does stink to see. It stinks to see so many people getting angry, and social media doing what it's doing. Social media it could be the downfall of humankind. It really could.